Hello again. Um, well, I was halfway through a video and talking to some people, and my internet went out or something happened, so I'm going to redo it. Okay. And I will try to be as quickly as I can about it. But I was watching The Lady Grave Dancer, which happens to be one of my favorite witches. Hi, Lady Blind Wolf. Carla was on here a minute ago too. I was finally getting to talk to her, and my internet went out. The weather's kind of screwy around here right now. Good old thunderstorms. Not my area, but I guess it did something somewhere. But anyway, so she was talking about that she had shared a spell with somebody, and she, this witch, replied back to her or emailed her something about pretty much calling her a fake witch because her spell didn't work for her. And I mean, the Lady Grave Dancer, she came back on and did a response to it. And she was much calmer than I would have been, I'm sure, because that was just rude. A witch is coming on trying to help you with a spell or sharing a spell with you, and then you are so unappreciative and well, I can describe that in all different ways, but I won't. It's just very unappreciative of the info that she shared with you. First of all, do your own damn spell. Second of all, if you do ask for another witch's help, or if you do use her spell, like she said, you can't just throw all these ingredients together and poof, it's supposed to happen. You've got to put your own intent into it. You've got to do your own work. She may give you the materials to do it with. And, I mean, I've used other witches' spells, but I always incorporate something of my own in there to personalize it, to make it more my personal spell. I may omit something that the other witch used and substitute it with something else. I may just simply add something else, but you make it your own and you do the work behind it. And I'm not saying that, 100% of the time another witch's spell is going to work for you. Maybe it's not meant to work for you. There is that 1% of spells that do not work. And I know there's going to be witches that disagree with me, but I guarantee you, some of them will not work no matter how good of a witch you are or what you do or how good your intent is. They are just something the ethers is not going to allow for whatever reason. I assure you. But when you ask another witch for help, don't respond by, well, that spell didn't work for me, so that means you're not a real witch. That's just, like I said, there's so many things I could call that: rude, stupid, so many things. And Lady Grave Dancer is a very experienced witch as well, just like I am. And she has a lot of neat ideas. I mean, I've been watching her. She's one of the first witches I started watching when I first came on YouTube. And she inspired me to do a channel of my own. In a way, because I had been thinking about it, but it's like, well, here's another Texas girl, she's doing it, I can do it too, But there's always going to be haters or naysayers and, people that just, I don't know, for whatever reason, like starting shit. But so be it. We know it's going to happen, and most of us don't let it bother us. But I could tell that it kind of hurt her feelings. And I don't think it was, and as she said, if you would have just emailed me, maybe we could have figured out why it didn't work. Did you put your own intent into it, or did you just throw these together because she said that would work, and that was it? Well, if that was the case, every time I cooked a meal, I'd be casting a spell, wouldn't I? Well, sometimes I do. I put intent into my food a lot of times. But you know the gist I'm trying to get at. I mean, you can't just take another witch's stuff and put it together because you think everything, the things in front of you have to have your own intent in them. Okay? And if a witch helps you, don't be so damn rude. Or just do your own. If you think you can do a better job, then get her done. Because it's just rude. I'm sorry, lady. Blind Wolf. Give me a sec here. Well, as the kids brought home in late Mother's Day presents, so. Aw. Yeah, I saw, but obviously this woman is lazy and doesn't want to put in. Exactly. That's what I was saying. You can't be a lazy witch. That's why I get so mad at some of these younger ones when, granted, on a newer witch, but even I know you have to put the work in. Yeah. Yeah, well, everybody knows that. That's one of the first things you're taught when you come into witchcraft. Intent. Intent, intent, intent. Can't say it enough. Not to change the subject, but I have a real quick question. It's because of people like that. But she left before. Yeah, I wasn't sure why she left. I just know I enjoy watching her. I enjoy listening to her. She's got a lot of good ideas, and I just enjoy hearing them. I just like her. I like her personality, and I can usually tell within 5 minutes of watching somebody if I'm going to like them or not. And I knew pretty much instantly that I was going to like her. So, and I've been watching her ever since. In fact, she's the one that showed me how to make the amethyst oil. I used a few different things because, like I said, you incorporate your own stuff, and it makes the spell your own, and it makes the product your own. I mean, it's the basics, but I have one or two, I would say two, different ingredients in there added to. Did you say you had a question, Lady Blonde? I have a real quick. I guess you meant to say question. Be right back. My damn cat wants in now. And I just came in the door and tried to get him to come in, and he wouldn't come in. I'm sitting down doing a video. He wants in. Let me go let him in. I'll be right back. Move out the way. Starting to above me. Move. Move. Lexi, stop being hateful to that baby. It's not going to hurt you. My God. You big rat. Oh, was that you banging, much scratching on the door? I didn't know if I was him. Hey, little kid. Come here. Okay, I'm back. Looky here what I got. Looky what I got. Say hello. Look. Look. Say hi. Hi there. Yeah, I got another one. Dang it. I'm sorry I was getting up. The kid was freaking out. Do you notice any kind of folds or flap when you have nails to get fixed? But I already answered your question. I didn't understand any of that, Lady Blonde Wolf. because both the males have it. She was freaking out and necessary. The nails. Do you notice any kind of folds of flat when you have nails to get fixed? Yeah, I don't guess I understood that question. Are you talking about cats, people? What's folds in a nail? What are you doing? This one right here, he's mean. Him's mean. Him's a booger, I tell you. What you mean, baby? What you mean, baby?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm showing off my new baby.
Oh. Black open.
Yeah, I seen that at the store. I thought I gotta try it. It wasn't worth $2.19 probably, but it was total tax and all.
That's Coda Deuce. Little Coda. Little Coda. You see me, don't you? Well, come here. Come here.
Oh, don't pick him up with his arms.
He wanted up.
I know, but just pick him up around his waist or not just one arm. He's too little yet, Justin.
Go back out. We'll jump out really well. Let's figure this Coda.
He's mean, too.
Because he got a hold of me in my bed.
Squeaky, Squeaky should have been your name, but I already had a cat named Squeaky.
What's this?
But she was rubbing her cat's belly. Noticed
Okra?
Oh, yeah, that's okra. Folds of fat or something, and she was thinking they were tumors.
Get out of here.
Oh, well, even if they are, I mean, it'd be probably fatty tumors in that area. What are you looking for?
Eat.
Make a sandwich. You're going to get stepped on. Come here, watch out behind you. Come here and hush your face. Come here. Come here. Come here. So I felt his stomach and stuff and told her that my cat has it too. I guess it's just something when you get a male cat. Well, yeah, and even a female, like sometimes, if you look at them, their stomach will kind of hang down like a flap, like a flabby flat. Yeah, I just got it today. He thinks you're getting him something.
Well, he's mistaken. What, baby?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, even the females will get it. My Lexi has it hanging down. He's kind of like a flap there. You can literally sit there and do that with it.
Watch out.
You better quit being mean to the baby.
How the fuck am I being mean? I'm just walking.
Well, she's a baby.
She's not a baby.
He is a baby. Cranky ass.
It scares me. I don't want to break its fucking back, but it'll learn not to be up under my feet.
Come here, baby. He's just mean. Come here. Stay away from him. Come here. Because if he steps on you, I'm going to have a cow. I will.
No, they will sell that cow to fucking Guinness World Records.
Push me away. Don't you push me away. Had to get my baby out of the kitchen floor in here. My son's watching. He's wanting food. And Justin's in here making him something to eat, so he thinks he's getting food. He's not getting food right now. No. He's something else. He's a little shit spitfire, I'll tell you. Ah, see? He'll tear you apart. I didn't really need him, but this guy was really needing to get rid of him, and I just couldn't pass him up. I just couldn't let him go. Say hello. Hello. Say hi, everybody. Yeah. He's just biting the hell out of me. That's what I thought, but when she was yelling, I thought it was something different, so I asked first base on what she told me. Oh, yeah. She afraid something was wrong with her cat, bless her heart. Given all the issues we've had with Riddick and his hearing issues, she isn't. Yeah. Yeah. This one right here is only 8 weeks old. When he gets, well, here not for too long, actually, I'm going to go get him his shots and get him fixed. Because I don't want him spraying all over my house. I love my babies, but I don't like the smell of cat pee or cat spray. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Oh, this is one reason I have had no sleep, you guys. This is one reason right here. This right here. He's either up in the bed with me. Ow! And I think he was actually taken away from his mama a little too young because he's still trying to nurse. Like he'll get up on my chin when I'm trying to sleep and he'll kind of start trying to suck on my chin. It's like, but he's a little terror, I'll tell you. He is. He's a brat. Oh my gosh, you sound like you're dying. I mean, this has been going on. Well, I got him about this time yesterday, so. Well, come here. Yeah, I think he thinks he's starving to death. I need to get him some wet food. The guy I got him from gave me a little can of that Fancy Feast. And I gave him the last little bit of it a couple hours ago. Aiden was such a shit as a kid, and LOL still is. This one is. I mean, he's just. And Lexi, needless to say, my other two cats do not like him. And I thought he was little enough that it, wouldn't bother him. Like young enough. But Lexi's just.
With her, with Lola, her dad, and her son.
Beside herself. Oh, yeah? Oh, that's nice. My son. See, you messed up my internet. It says we're reconnecting. I did a video before this one on as a VR to her video, but then me and Carla started talking. I finally had Carla on here, and my internet went completely out. It is what it is. Is she coming to get you? Anyway, I know I still look like crap, but except for not getting any rest, not getting any sleep, it's been a pretty good day. I mean, my spirits are better, and I'm in a better mood. Tomorrow's Monday. I got a lot of crap to do tomorrow, but that happened with Aiden. According to the owner, the mom just abandoned the kittens, or she says. Yeah. Well, I didn't get a story behind this, and the guy that had it, he said his other cats just didn't like it at all, and he had to, he goes to work. He was afraid to leave it there with him. Love you too. Leave it alone there with him. He didn't know if they'd hurt him or not, hurt the kitten. So he decided to give it away. So Here he is in my house. But he had gotten it from someone else. So I don't know. But yeah, I understand the lady road dancer, about what she's talking about. And you're going to have people like that. We all know that, Um, I don't know if that's why she honestly left in the first place or not. I've never asked her, but until it gets really mushy and then let it cool off. See what you can do. Is it a couple and a half of dry food? Yeah. I don't like putting it in the microwave though. Seems like to me it takes out all the nutrients in it. I mean, it might not, but that's just how I feel about it. But I may have to do that till I can get to the store and get him a few cans of wet food. I like mixing it though because I don't want his poop. For some reason, he won't go in this litter box. My big cat, Jesse, he goes outside. Unless he absolutely has to. I mean, he will use the litter box, but that's the only way. I mean, he likes to go outside. And so Lexi uses it nonstop. But that kitten, every time I set him down in there, like he'll start scratching around. Every time I set him down in there, he just jumps right back out. So, did you get a drink? Did you get a drink? I don't know. But, yeah. I have to make sure everybody watches where they walk again. Like I did when Lexi was little, because he's black, and I usually keep the house pretty dark, so. Sorry, but I have had very little sleep. I mean, that kitten, it's just like having a new baby, you sleep when it does. Then I finally got in there and went to sleep, and Jesse decided to come in there and jump all over my dresser. He's been acting really weird. He pooped in my kitchen floor. I seen him kind of squatting down. I thought, no, surely he's not going to do that. Sure enough. So I spanked his butt and put him outside. I think he's just doing it to rebel because this kitten's here. I don't know. It's really weird because he was not that way when I brought Lexi home. He kind of sniffed her out for a little while, but he was extremely good with her. I've done that a few times when I've gotten ones that couldn't really eat the hard dry food. Yeah. He can eat it. I hear him over here crunching on it, and I want it to be solid because, like I said, if I find poop around the house, because he's not using that litter box, I'm probably going to have to get a whole different litter box. I don't want it to be all runny and yucky. It's a lot easier just to pick a solid one up than something that looks like water. Went up there to get me some cigarettes a minute ago, and I found this black opium. I thought, ooh, I gotta try that. And they're the Nag Champa, so cat is a demon straight from hell. He's mean. We have 3 here and 1 at Reagan's. And Reagan's cat is a mean old bastard. Oh, yeah. It fits him perfect because that cat is straight up evil. I think it's loose for a bit. Look at a certain batshit crazy person we were talking about before. She's probably, yeah, yeah, yeah. I really honestly try hard not to make fun of people or cut anyone down, but she needs to quit. She really does. She's doing is bringing a bunch of shit to her. I honestly don't think she's all there. So what did you think about that spirit board I made? I didn't. This is the first time I've been on YouTube since, well, this time yesterday. Looking through it, so I haven't seen any notification. Or was that your pendulum thing? The girls got me an ashtray, and I told him, man, it's too pretty to use as an ashtray, especially looks like a geo. And then they got me a board that's a crystal grit. Oh no, I didn't see any of those. They made out of a masons. It's funny as hell. I see, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen that. See, that's creative. I like that. Gotta go get my scissors to open this. I want to burn one and see what it smells like. Yeah, I'm bored. I guess they're also called spirit boards. Yeah, the Ouija board. Yeah, it's spirit board. I don't know. Y'all know how I feel about Ouija boards. I'll do that for. My kitchen's a mess as usual. I swear it stays a mess. I'm got a pork roast on. I went there and laid down right after I made breakfast this morning, so I didn't do any dishes. It smells really good. It'll probably be an early night for me. I don't know. We're supposed to have some thunderstorms fly through here, so I mean they're not tornado warned, but then that's never 100% guarantee. I mean, I've literally seen them drop out of a 1 second, literally 1 minute. The sky was a beautiful blue, not a cloud in it, and then all of a sudden it was black and shit was flying around, and yeah, down there in the South Plains of Texas. I guess he's eating all my hot tamales. But that board is kind of giving me some trouble, I guess, because I'm new to it. But here's the kicker. I'd asked her when they went to the mall to just tell me how much a spell board was. So I guess they were out, and she got me that crystal grid. So she was confused, and I was showing her how the pendulum board worked, and she started using it. So now my kid wants me to make her a pendulum mat. Oh. And I have the stuff here. I can make her a pendulum. So she's sitting here trying to use my pendulum board, and now she wants a set. Yeah. I have my pendulum that I use. I don't necessarily use a board. I just say left for no, right for yes, or, There's Carla. I think my internet finally stopped having a temper tantrum. Mine did too. My whole internet went out. I had to unplug my box and, for a little bit and then plug it back in. While that was rebooting, I went to the store. Well, and so for the next week here, it's supposed to be, I wouldn't say necessarily storming, but it's going to definitely be raining. So I may not be on here for a week because, because this internet ain't all that great anyway, even on a beautiful sunny day, much less when there's any rain falling or any hard wind blowing. Carly, you'll have to watch the first of the video to see my new baby. I showed him. I don't even know where he is now. Don't know where he went. But all kinds of things are changing up in my world. I still don't know about my kiddo. If he don't go to work and do something, he ain't staying here. I mean, that's all there is to it. He can be mad all he wants. But, I mean, I got to definitely do something. And I guess me and the old man are splitting up. He's moving out. He said he'd be gone by the 1st. So you finally found him. Yeah. He was in there in my son's room playing with a belt. One of them little cloth belts. I want to name him Thor. I don't know why Thor's in my head, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Come here, baby. Where'd you go? See, if I didn't want him or need him, he'd be right here underneath my feet. I would think Matt would be better since she's a beginner. And I can put some protection herbs inside of it. Oh, yeah. Like if I took a bandana and a piece of white cloth and sewed it together and put the herbs in it. Yeah. Or you don't even have to do, are you talking about like to protect her? Depending on whether or not she wants letters. Yeah, that's true. I just find it easier to ask yes or no questions. I like Thor and Odin for boy names. I thought about Odin, even though I'm not really per se a Norse witch. I do know the Norse pantheon. I don't work with any of the gods or goddesses, but Odin just seems so. It's like everybody names their pet, whether it be a pit bull or a cat or whatever. I started naming Lucifer because he's a mean little shit. Y'all see my hands. I don't know if y'all can see them. But man, he's already got my hands tore up. Yeah, I thought it Thor for some reason came to mind first, Carla. I could just have her mark the words, yes, no, maybe, and show them. Yeah. I don't even use a board. I just say left for no, right for yes. And my little Lexi is just beside herself about this kitten. I can't believe it. What, baby girl? What do you think? And Jesse's acting out. He's shitting in my kitchen floor. Now he's outside and won't come in. He's mad at me. So I have a cat crisis going on top of everything else. Come here, little girl. You can't go out there and mess with it. Oh, and what I was going to tell you, I was getting ready to tell you something, Carla, when we was talking earlier on the last video. I was sitting here, and I honestly thought a transformer blew. I mean, I just heard this loud pop, and I thought, well, what the hell did, and nothing went off. And I thought, well, maybe a bird flew into my small picture window in here in my utility room. So I get up and look. I go outside, and in my honeysuckle bush, I seen this bird sitting in the middle of it. And you could see it, sitting there I thought it was just stuck in there and was trying to get its way out. Well, it finally got out and it flew, but when it flew off, it flew into the side of my neighbor's house. I mean, because our houses aren't very far apart. Seriously, they're extremely close together. And so I seen that bird fly into that house. And I thought, that poor thing, it probably damn near knocked itself out if that was it that hit my window. And then it flies head first into the damn house next to me. So I go running out the front door. I don't know what I think I'm going to do for this bird, but I do it anyway. Run out there, and there's this rose bush sitting over there. Well, my cat was already outside, the big one, Jesse, and he had already made it over there. So I'm thinking, okay, well, that bird has fallen down into that rose bush, of course, full of thorns. And so I look around in there for a little bit, and I don't see it. I'm thinking, well, he couldn't have probably moved a whole lot in there. So I'm thinking he's still up between the house and the bush. Well, I look, I didn't see him. So I come back in, do whatever, and for whatever reason, I went back outside to try to get Jesse to come back in the house. Well, I didn't see him. So I went down my front steps and went around the side of the house, and he was just sitting there. Anyway, he wouldn't come in, so I started to come back, and right by my front steps there, I've got these irises that grow. And I kind of happened to glance down in there, and there's this dead bird there. So I think it was that same bird. I think it did. It finally, if it wasn't already dead by the time it hit that house, I think Jesse went in there and retrieved that out of there and just brought it over here to the damn doorstep. Just left it there. It's not bleeding, nothing, He just left it there laying beside my front step. So now I got this poor bird out there, and I'm one of those, I just can't deal with it. I mean, I need to go get my shovel. I don't want it to get eaten. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should leave it there, and some poor cat, hungry. I have a lot of them around here outside. But then I thought, it's nesting season. And I've already got on my back porch, on the back patio here, the eaves that come down there. They've got little sections, and they're all about yay wide. I mean, they're perfect little box sections, and there's probably 7 of them. And every year I have birds that lay nests in there, in each one of them. And I was wondering, I hope that wasn't a mama, leaving to go get their babies some food. Now I've got a nest full because I know they've already hatched. I can hear them out there screaming, and I'm thinking there's probably a whole nest full of babies over there. Their mama ain't coming back. But how would I even know which one was hers? There's so many. And a lot of them don't, they're out finding food or whatever, or sitting over here on my highline wire. They're not in their nests all the time. So, I mean, I have to sit there for a few days and see which one, no bird, no adult bird is flying to. But most birds, there's a male and female, and they both go back and forth. So, damn, I don't know. I just hate to think there's little baby birds up there starving. Greek. Eloise? Are you saying Eloise is Greek? I can look it up again, but when I did, it said it was Greek. That what was Greek? Oh, wait a minute. I guess I missed some. I don't know since she... Oh, I don't know. Since he's black, I would name him Salin. Yeah. Never thought about Salin. Yeah, for protection since using beginner. That way I can serve nothing negative comes to. Right. I was trying to work with that board and trying to figure out the messages, and the name had come up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you talking about Salwin's Greek? Yes. I think. Sam Hain. Salwin. That's how it's pronounced. I don't know. I don't think it's Greek. It may be. I don't know. It is Greek. Did you look it up? So why did that name Eloise keep coming up? I mean, did you figure it out? Are we talking about the girl in the bathtub or at the foot of the stairs, or what are we talking about? What, Lexi? You're not going out there. I want to be able to let her outside so bad, but she goes straight up them poles into them nests I was just telling y'all about. And I'm not going to let her yank them baby birds out of there. I don't think she can actually reach them, but she might. Come here. You're not going out there to hurt them birds. It'd be different if you were hungry, but you're not. You have food. If I remember correctly, if a baby bird is sick, sometimes the mothers will just knock it up. Yeah, they will. But my problem is every year I have at least 3 baby birds I find in my yard. And I mean they're fully formed chicks. I think they try to learn how to fly. And does anybody know, okay, per se, that the baby bird is trying to learn how to fly? Well, or they outgrow the nest, because these little boxes, as I like to call them, they're slots in between the roof and the quit it, Lexi. Quit that. You'll tear up my door. In between the roof and the holes that hold the whole thing up. So I'm sure, and they're not, like I said, they're not very big. So I think they get too big. I mean, if they didn't get out of there, they might not be able to. I don't know. Mama goes in and out of there all the time, but I remember correctly. Oh, hey, what about Zeus? See, I thought about Zeus too. I really did. And what's weird is I almost named Lexi Hera. Seriously, I almost named her Hera. But I've always had a thing for the name Lexi for whatever reason. And I think actually if I'd had another little girl, that would have been her name. But so I just named my cat that. Hades. That's what I was talking about. I was going to name it Lucifer because it's mean as hell. Of course, Lucifer isn't always mean. I don't mean for it to sound that way. Hades. Yeah. I've thought all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take him to get his shots and get him fixed though, because like I said earlier, well, I guess probably on my other video, I don't want him spraying them all over my house. That's a nasty smell when male cats go to spraying. Ugh. But yeah. Yeah, I have my pendulum in there and I just use it for, I'll just hold it and say left for no, right for yes. I just hold it on my palm, or, over my palm. And I'm still freaked out about Ouija boards. I don't know why. Honestly, I have not ever had a bad experience with one. I've seen some that were just absolutely beautiful, beautiful artwork. Uh, there's a couple of them that were made out of solid wood, and just the carving in them was just amazing. And they weren't that expensive, not for the work it probably took, to make them. It was so intricate. I'm sorry I had to stop the video. They're out here screaming and yelling. Oh, ugh. I'll tell you what, the last couple of weeks I've had, if I had neighbors like that, I'm afraid all hell would have really broke loose with me. Because my nerves, I'm still not 100%, but I'm a lot better than I was, At least I can think straight. I was pretty upset for a while. I don't know. It's funny. It was a Greek word. Maybe it wasn't meant for you. Are you talking about the Eloi? Elois? Lois? I don't know what you're talking about. Ouija boards make me nervous. Yeah, me too, Carla. And I'm an old witch. No, the name I came up with on the board. Oh, okay. That's the name that came on the board. Okay. Also, if I had a black cat, when I would name it Salon. Yeah, I don't know. That's just too witchy typical to me. I don't know. Oh, Salem. Okay, it was the Greek one. It had only come up once. Huh. Well, I'm not sure yet. I'm calling him Thor for now. I don't know why Thor crossed my mind. I could name him Loki. Could name him Loki. It's funny because I'm getting a lot of words that I have to figure out with the misspellings or move around to make a word, and it's been coming back in Spanish quite a bit. Huh. That's interesting. Wonder why it's doing that. So, Carly, you don't have a Ouija board? You don't have them either? I have a really good friend that likes Ouija boards. In fact, I ordered one for her off of Amazon, and it was really pretty. I mean, some of them, like I said, are extremely pretty. And I might one day have one in my house, but I'm going to have so much protection over that sucker. I love the name Thor. Loki, if he's a well, he's already a little shit, so it may be Loki. Jesse, Lexi, and Loki. No Ouija board in my house. Hell no. Carla. You crack me up. Y'all are funny. Yeah, I'm not into them either. I've never owned a Ouija board in all my witchy life. Nope, nope, nope. Like I said, I've seen some that were so pretty, I almost bought them just because they were pretty. Temptation. Okay, sorry, had to stop again with drama. My kid almost ran over a crackhead. Oh, shit. So let me start with this again. If I had a black cat, I would name it. Yes, I know, dear. You said that. When I was using that board that Lois came up, I looked it up and it was Greek, so maybe that was meant for you. Huh. But the words and stuff that I've been getting from the board or more in Spanish, some are misspelled. And I use an acronym to figure out the word and then I Google it. That's how I got my witch name. Yeah. And what is so weird is Adara. I'm sure that's not exactly how it's pronounced in Greek, but it is Greek and it means storm or tempest in Greek. And here I am, a tornado freak. So it was just kind of ironic. I mean, I had to go with it when I took my name. It would be just my luck. It would bring some mischievous spirit in the house just to drive me crazy. Yeah. I think a lot of them, honestly, I think a lot of spirits aren't really evil per se. I think a lot of them are mischievous or bored for whatever reason. Some of them may say, hey, I know I'm dead, I'm going to mess with this person, freak them out. Until they get in a witch's house and the witch says, cut it out or else. and some of the other names for actual companies that are based in Florida, and where that's. Oh yeah, yeah. Um, that's what I was talking about. Latin. I mean, our language that we speak today, a lot of the words we use were based in Latin, and all of your medical terminologies, um, like these big long, words that most people can't even pronounce for a disease, derived from Latin. I mean, that's why uh, any place in the medical field that you're at, whether it be giving meds, a doctor, of course, a nurse, um, it's imperative that you learn Latin, or not necessarily learn to speak it, but the words that, because all, like I said, all these diseases came, every one of them, conditions, most of the words are conditions, most of the words are broke down in three um, syllable type things, and each one of them means something different, and that's how you figure out what that disease is. Hotcha is sashimi for demon. Hatsa, yeah. Actually, I think I have that name written down somewhere. I'll look it up again. Okay. Well, it's flashing up here on my damn screen again. Your connection is unstable. So are y'all still hearing me? I mean, am I still on here? See, there's nothing going on out there. Nothing. It's kind of gray over in that area a little bit to the southwest of me. Okay, so I'll keep talking because I never know if that's really, I don't know. And just says your connection is unstable, please wait while we're trying to reconnect. But there's little storms going up all around me, so I mean, don't surprise me. That's what sucks about having the internet and cable TV and all that stuff, because during tornado season, I mean, it's pretty damn important that you get those notifications. And how are you going to get them when your cable's blown off or, blown out and you don't have a cable connection or an internet connection? Doesn't make any sense, does it? So, but yeah, I was fixing to tell y'all something and I forgot. So I thought, well, I'm not going to go into all that when I don't even know if y'all can hear me or not. So, I was going to give you an example on medical terminology, just a really simple one. Tonsillitis. All that means is inflammation of the tonsils. Appendicitis. Appendix meaning your appendix. Itis meaning inflammation. So you have an inflammation of the appendix. You just break down the words. Most of them, depending on how long they are, they could have 3 or 4 suffixes, prefixes, and blah, blah, blah. But I love medical terminology. Was one of my favorite courses. I took med term 1 and 2, and I loved it. I really did. But Latin's always intrigued me. I mean, I took Latin in high school. I took Latin my junior year of high school, and that was back in 82. I think my junior year was 82 to 83. So, or 83, 84, half of 84. Yeah. Anyway. Well, little baby must have. Yeah, it's so funny because he'll just be playing so hard. And then all of a sudden he'll just poof, flop over, and he's out like a lot. I mean, he plays and runs that hard until he just passes smooth out. Yeah, I think Loki. I like Loki. Loki. Yep, him's asleep. Yep. I knew it. He's in there underneath the coffee table asleep. But I've been meaning to say this on every one of my videos. I probably should have just did a whole video on it, but I'm just gonna bring it up for right now. A very good way to write out your spells, for those of you that know the witch's alphabet, is an excellent way to do that. Yeah. Like when you write out your petitions, if you do, you could use the witch's alphabet. And of course, we all know why the witch's alphabet was invented, right? Well, in case you don't, of course, it was because they figured out their own language. That way, most people with writing spells, it was more private. Nobody could read it except another witch. And back then, more than likely, there wasn't another witch anywhere around you. So, okay, somebody let me know if you can still hear me, because y'all aren't talking, nothing's moving, and I still have that damn thing up here on top. And it says I just lost someone, so. Carla? I had to give the girls my card to go get me a drink. Okay, so you can still hear me. That's what I was wondering. Is this thing still up there? Okay. Well, y'all just let me know if all of a sudden I blink out again or something, because it's still telling me my connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. So. You don't know the witch's alphabet? Well, if you want to, I think, you emailed me your address at one point, didn't you? If you haven't emailed me your address, email it to me and I will write it out for you if you want to learn it. I have a friend over, so it's a little bit of interruptions between them and these crackheads. My kid almost ran one over pulling up in the driveway. So he was standing out there like a dumbass, scurrying around. Okay, then I have it in my address book somewhere. Plus, I'm talking to you and on that group chat when it comes to batshit crazy. Yeah. Well. Okay, Carla, I know I wrote it down somewhere then. It's either in my address book. I may have saved it in my email. Uh, but I will y'all know I'm crazy as hell. You what, Lady Blind Wolf? I don't know, Carla. Do you still have it? I mean, isn't that how you sent me your address? I can't see me letting you send it like this. Because I wouldn't want nobody else to get a hold of it that you didn't want to have it. Yeah, she can Google it. Yeah, Carla, you can do that. I can send it to you in Messenger. Okay, yeah, that's right. You're my friend on Facebook. Well, maybe that's how you sent it to me before. Okay, yeah, that's right. You're my friend on Facebook. Well, maybe that's how you sent it to me before. Or you, like Lady Blind Wolf said, you can just look it up on Google, the witch's alphabet. And you could also make up your own. I mean, it's not so prevalent now because nobody cares if anybody, reads your spell after it's already done. Most of our spells are hidden anyway, out of sight until they're through. So I can awesome because I totally forgot about the witch's alphabet. I don't have your email address, young lady. Okay, well, yeah, you can just Google it, type in witch's alphabet. I may have I know I did a printout of it, knowing me. I just don't know what I've done with it right now. I'm sure it's in there in my folder of witchy stuff. Hang on a sec, real quick. Let me go just while I'm thinking about it. I swear, you guys, since I gave my son my altar room, I can't find nothing, or nothing is anymore, and it aggravates me. I know I got it somewhere. I'm not gonna look for it forever though until. Yep. And here it is. I've got to drain my wash too. Yeah, this is it. This right here. It's pretty neat. It reminds me of shorthand. Except in shorthand, that one sign right there would have been a whole word, not just a letter. Yes, I took shorthand too. See, I could write my spells in shorthand. And the whole purpose was just so that nobody else could read it. Nobody else knew what you were doing. and nobody could prove who did it, Because as we all know, back then it was pretty risque to be a witch, especially, one so openly so a witch. Oh, you just gave me an absolutely humongous brainstorm that made my head hurt. Oh my. Of all the compliments I've gotten, I can't wait to find out what that brainstorm was since I'm responsible. I could use that in a little spell we were talking about. Yeah. So I'm saying you write your own words. A lot of people, a lot of witches honestly go as far, if they know the language, whatever pantheon they're in. Like, say, I don't know, if you're Norse, they write in Norse, or Egyptian, and so on. They write their spells out in the language, the tongue that their goddess or god speaks, in their native tongue. I bet doing sigils with that would be interesting. With the witch's alphabet, oh, can you imagine? I mean, because each word you sing the symbols. I mean, a K, looks like I said, a whole word in shorthand. So you'd have a pretty wild looking sigil. I've never tried that. Maybe I'll do that tonight when I sit here and get bored. Maybe. Through the ideas you just gave me, heck, you could make a pendulum board or mat out of that. Out of the paper I just showed you? Or out of the witch's alphabet? I don't know. I mean, you'd have to know that alphabet really well to. I know. I bet your sigil would be beautiful. Yeah, I may. Let's try that. Y'all want to do that? I left that up on the screen for a little bit, and you can always Google it and copy it down in your own handwriting. Yeah, we ought to all three do that and compare them. Huh. I would just do a Dara, see what a Dara looks like, I think. Or just do witch, see what it looks like. Yeah, I never thought about doing sigils out of the alphabet because, like I said, each letter is so. I mean, there's some of them that are just a jot, but most of them are like, they look like sigils all by themselves. They're sigils within a sigil. Have you ever done a video on sigils? I don't know. I don't know if I have or not, Carla, to be honest. I probably mentioned them. I don't see how I could have not. Because a lot of witches will put their sigils on petitions. I haven't done one on the witch's alphabet, I know. Because most of the witches know it, or don't know it, but they know of it. I mean, I don't know that anybody uses it anymore. Maybe some of them do. I don't know. But yeah, I could do a video on that. See, y'all give me ideas, and I need to write them down because then I'll go, well, instead of just getting on there talking, I'd like to share info or something, because I always tell people, there's something you want to learn about or know about, let me know in the comments or something, and I will do some research and blah, blah, blah. So, videos. I don't think I've done one specifically on sigils. And there's not, I don't even know what I'd say on the witch's alphabet. I mean, I guess I could do them. I guess I could do them together because, I mean, there's not much to say on the witch's alphabet. Except pretty much just what I told y'all. It's a bunch of, the witches created their own way of their own language. So that they, could do their stuff without, people knowing and what they were saying and doing. Well, you could always have a paper that you use as a key, because when you do the pendulum, you need to write out the letters as they come anyway. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to space the letters out, just like the alphabet is on the Ouija board. Because the way they're on top of each other. When I get that board, I had found a star at the Dollar Tree and wood burned a pendulum inside it. I'd always put a witch's alphabet sigil on the back of it. Yeah. Think up a sigil and use the witch's alphabet instead of the regular alphabet. Yeah. I'm telling you though, some of these sigils would look pretty wild. I wonder. Well, I'm not gonna do it right now. When we get off here, I'll just write a Dara in the witch's alphabet and do it as a sigil and see what it looks like, and then on the next video I'll show y'all. Something to look forward to. Yeah, we're bored. Something to look forward to. Yeah, we're bored. Carla, if you go on my channel, I did a video on sigil magic right around my time. COVID had gotten bad. Yeah, Carla. So you showed how to make sigils? I think I honestly was going to do one at one time, but I had already looked, and there were already quite a few. If you had a Facebook or something like that, I could send it to you. She's got a Facebook. Gotta get my mashed potatoes ready. I really can't tell this right here smells like opium at all. Honestly, it just smells like Nag Champa. Honestly, it just smells like Nag Champa. Well, there goes my damn notification again. Your connection is unstable. On Facebook. We're just yakking. She's probably searching for you right now, Carla. Knowing Lady Blind Wolf. How are you, Ty? Are you still on? I know everybody's internet's going in and out so bad today. I even have these little rope incense. Have you ever used them? Here, like a little hole, like a wick. You could hook it onto whatever. I forgot. I got them in a subscription box that I used to subscribe to the Witch's Trunk every month, and I just got to where I couldn't afford it anymore, unfortunately, because I love getting those boxes. They had some neat stuff. But yeah, Carly, in your spare time, there's all kinds of interesting stuff in the witch realm that you can. I mean, as long as I've been doing it, I still find new stuff. That's why I like watching the other witches. I think it's really neat how they come up with things. And I am not one of those witches that are artistic, should I say. I've just never been a good artist or painter or anything like that. So I have to really struggle to do things that are like that. But like I got me a glue gun and I've started trying to do things. But I mean, because I was more the outdoors person. You know, when I was in school and stuff, I just didn't do a whole lot of indoor stuff. I used to write a lot of poetry, but as far as doing artistic stuff, I was always out doing sports. That was my thing. I was a sports person. Because YouTube, yeah, it's just Lady Blind Wolf, but I don't give my real name out on live chats. Yeah. I'll if you want me to, Lady Blind Wolf, when I get off here, I'll go on my Facebook and I will send your info over to, unless you've already found her and you in it. However you want to do it. I love Carla. We'll get to cracking up on here sometimes, especially when we get talking about men. And she's been married forever. I told her she's a better woman than me. I can't keep one for over 3 years. Either I get rid of them or they get rid of me, one of the two. I think 3.5 years is about as long as, well, I think my last marriage lasted about 5 years, but I think several months of that we were going through a divorce, so it's just not in the cards for me, I guess. If they're the cones with a little hole in it, those are backflow incense and you need a special burner. No, these are ropes. They're not cones. Backflow incense and you need a special burner. No, these are ropes. They're not cones. It's a rope. I know it's going to look like I'm holding up a joint. Now I've got it laying in my ashtray. Like I've got one of the ashtrays, with the ridges in it. And I'll just set it like that in the ridges. Just let it sit there like a cigarette sitting there burning. That's the only way I can burn them. And they smell really good. Those are rose. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know. I know that there's a way that, obviously, I never went and bought anything specifically for it to burn it. So, I don't know. No, I have for her, but I thought maybe she was trying to either find me on Facebook or YouTube. Well, either way, I mean, I can send it over to her or something. But yeah, Carla, Lady Lime Wolf's on YouTube also. I was telling her if she went on my YouTube, that's what she found the video way down. I'm like, oh, okay. The video I did like a year ago. Yeah. I thought you meant you wanted to be friends with her on Facebook. Pretty close because it wasn't too long after I had done that video we had moved. Yeah. I'm not sure how long I've been watching you. Honestly, I don't. I was trying to think the other day how long I've been watching you. I like watching. She says her name way different than I'm gonna say it, but this is the only way I know how to pronounce it. It's Taluin. I just call her Taluin because Penry. And she's an older witch, and she doesn't live in the United States. That's got a little, it's like got 6 heads or so, heads and necks in one body, and the smoke will come out of their mouths. My friend Angie got that for me, I think for my birthday. I don't. Good night, Carla. Yeah, mine keeps going in and out too, so I don't know how good this video is going to be either, but I guess I ought to go ahead and go. But if it doesn't take, then I don't have to do the whole thing about Theladygravedancer again either. I still haven't. So I may do that one. I just don't know what I would give my opinion on how they used it, which I've already done that here. Of course. Instead of writing out the word, deposit box though. But I have some really old writings, kind of on a parchment paper top stuff. I guess I'll go see if my big cat wants back in, and I'll get the